Hi guys, Halina here, and today I'm going to be ranking the Disney villains from the Disney princess movies. So, stay tuned. Okay, so in my last video, I ranked the Disney princesses in order from my least favorite to my favorite. So I figured I would do the same thing with the Disney villains from the Disney princess movies. So, just to be clear, these are just all the villains from the Disney princess movies. So, yeah, let's get to it. Coming in at number 13 is Mordioux from Brave. Yeah, not much to say about Mordioux. I literally don't remember Mordioux in the movie at all. So, because he was sort of that unmemorable villain, he's at number 13. Now, at number 12, we have Takei from Moana. I could have put Takei a little bit higher, I guess, but I don't know. In terms of, like, looking at the list of villains from Disney princess movies, Takei just doesn't stand out to me in the way that some of the other villains that have made it higher up on this list have done. I love Moana, but I think in terms of villain, sort of a weak villain. Takei's a little bit of a weak villain. But, yeah. Coming in at number 11 is Governor Radcliffe from Pocahontas. I mean, I really don't know why I put him at number 11, to be honest. But he wasn't really a menacing villain. But, I mean, he does have some horrible qualities about him. But again, not necessarily one of the more memorable villains, for me at least. At number 10, we have Gaston. And Gaston is at number 10 because, I mean, yeah, he's a horrible person. He really is sort of just this horrible person, but not in a villain menacing type way, but more in his views on society make him a horrible person. It's like, oh well, Belle being smart, like, that can't happen. Like, she's a woman, she can't be smart. So just sort of like his ego and his views on basically any and everybody that isn't himself puts him at number 10. Now, at number 9, we have Shenyu from Mulan. And Shenyu at number 9, I think really kind of fits. He's sort of that middle ground villain. He's menacing in a way, but he's also not. And he's very much a looming threat, but overall he's not very threatening in some weird way. Like, he's not, like, as horrible, I guess, as some of the other villains. Like, he literally, yeah, he wants to invade China and everything like that, but he's not really there. Like, it's more or less the army of Huns coming in to fight, and he's just sort of like in the background almost. So that's why he's kind of at number 9, because he's there, he's threatening when he's there, but it's more or less the Hun army that is sort of the bigger threat, I guess. At number 8, I have Hans from Frozen. And I think, honestly, one of the reasons why I have him so high is because He was sort of that plot twist. He was the prince, and then he turned out to be the villain. So, I mean, that whole thing, like his cunning and his manipulativeness, puts him at number 8. At number 7, I have Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine, very horrible person, honestly, and I think I could put Drusilla and Anastasia in with Lady Tremaine as well. Just horrible people all around, but essentially, with Lady Tremaine, she's an abusive stepmother. If you've watched any of the Princess videos, you know I've harped on this long enough. But, overall, she's just not very, like, she's not menacing. And when we get to more higher up on the list, it'll all sort of make sense. I tend to go for the diabolical evil villains, and Lady Tremaine, not a good person, but not exactly menacing either. She doesn't want to kill anybody. At number 6, I have Mother Gothel. And Mother Gothel, much like Lady Tremaine, just sort of, not so great person. But she is higher because, she is willing to kill any and everything that is standing in the way of her keeping Rapunzel locked up and having her precious flower to keep her young and, essentially alive. So, yeah, Mother Gothel, beats out Lady Tremaine in that regard. At number 5, I have the Evil Queen from Snow White. Now, the Evil Queen from Snow White is really kind of the horrible person. Like, she wants to be the fairest of them all, and when she realizes that she's not, she decides perfect solution is to kill the fairest one of them all, because that will surely make her the fairest of them all. Honestly, she sets out to kill a child. Snow White is a child. She is 14 years old. She is a child. And the queen's just like, well, she's prettier than I am, so I'm going to just kill her, and then I could be the prettiest of them all. So, yeah, she's at number 5. At number 4, though, I have DrFaciliate. DrFaciliate is terrifying. He literally has connections in hell. He's not necessarily menacing in the same way that the Evil Queen is, but he is, higher on the list than she is, because he's just scarier than she is. Although, if you ask my mom when I was younger, the Evil Queen terrified me. Not so much now. But DrFaciliate and his friends on the other side come in at number 4. Now, at number 3, I have Ursula. I love Ursula so much. She is, cunning, and literally, she really has next to no reasons for doing anything that she does. She wants Ariel's voice, and she takes it, because of course she can. Yeah, so, just I love Ursula so much. I've always loved Ursula. So Ursula's at number 3. At number 2, I have Jafar. This dude is creepy. Like, literally creepy. And, like, he is setting out to kill the Sultan, marry Jasmine so that he can rule Agrabah. And he gives me the heebie-jeebies. And so, yeah, Jafar is at number 2. But number 1, the number 1 villain in my rankings, my personal rankings, is Maleficent. Maleficent is the standout of Sleeping Beauty. I love her. And any woman that can turn into a dragon gets a win in my book. So, Maleficent has always been, like, my favorite villain. And I think when you add in the fact that, for me personally, she is the standout of Sleeping Beauty, I mean, it has to be Maleficent. So, yeah, that is my ranking of the 13 Disney villains from princess movies. Let me know, what's your ranking if you don't want to tell me the whole list of 13. Just tell me your least favorite and your favorite. I really am curious to know about everybody's personal rankings of the villains. Yeah, so let me know all that in the comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my latest videos. Follow me on all the socials. The link is in the description down below. And I will see you all in another video. Bye, guys.